This is the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about. This is the world. We don't fuck around. If we did, we find out we are drunks. This is the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about.
Welcome one, welcome all to the Drunks versus the World podcast. This is some number episode, 83.
Patreon number 3.
No, Patreon.
Patreon number 3.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're the Drunks. My name is Lucas.
I am Jason.
J-Dog.
Yeah, I'm J-Dog.
Oh.
You're just
Dog.
Just Dog.
You're just Dog.
Yeah.
And I'm Lock Dog.
Lock Dog.
Loke
Dog.
Loke Dog.
Loke Dog. Yeah.
Yeah. You said you don't like the name Luke, right? You don't want to be...
Yeah, I don't like Luke.
No.
Call me
really?
Lucas. That's my name.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Luke is
I call him Lukey. I call him Pookie.
Oh.
Luke is like...
Skywalker is way too cool. I get it.
I mean, that one is cool, but Luke to me sounds like a fucking
Cool.
redneck Alabama
Cool Hand Luke.
version.
Luke Combs.
Again, hey, that's like redneck Alabama version.
That was fucking.
Also,
that was. I think
I could eat 51 eggs. Okay.
Cool Hand Luke. That was. I believe that was fucking Clint Eastwood. Western.
No.
Paul Newman.
Paul
Newman. Oh, and it wasn't even a Western. That's right. It was.
Yeah,
He was a prison movie.
Yep, prison. Yep.
Luke Skywalker wasn't from the South.
He
He
lived in
was a southern of Tatooine.
Yeah, he lived in the fucking nowhere, middle of nowhere.
And the house was buried into, so it was.
Do you
south.
think I could be a Jedi there, Obi-Wan?
No, honestly, for me,
Hey there, Luke. I'm your dad.
He did fucking kiss his sister.
true. But see,
Sister fucker.
Yeah.
Sister
you're only
fucker.
confirming my point.
That's okay.
But for me, I think, and this is the same with anybody who has like a shortened version of their name that they don't like. It's always because they knew other people with that name that they didn't like.
Yeah.
And that's what it is for me. There was a kid in my class named Luke, and he was generally okay, but anytime that we would play basketball, the kid was the dirtiest fucking player.
Yeah.
I'd always blow past him. And then
blow him? What?
No, blow past him. I would never. Ooh, not him.
Oh, now you're all fucking picky
But
about who you blow.
I'd go by him, and then he would just shove me from behind.
Really dirty.
And it's fucking like intramural basketball, so they don't call shit.
Yeah, it happens.
Does anybody call you Jay?
Yeah, my brother, my mom, my sister. A lot of people. Most people call me Jay.
Like Jay?
I like it better, Jason.
Really?
That's just even my grandmother called me Jay, except for my grandma on my mom's side. Oh, she was always my boy Jason. But my grandma on my dad's side was hello Jay. My uncles call me Jay.
I don't know that I could call you Jay. It just doesn't feel right to me.
It's too far. We're too far gone now.
It's like my brother. So my brother, growing up, I always called him TJ, and that's what my everyone called him TJ. His name's Thomas.
I'd want to be called
And-
TJ too. Fuck that name.
Well, now everybody calls him Tommy now because
I like Tommy, though.
his son is also named Thomas, and they call him TJ now. And I'm like, it just feels wrong for me to call him Tommy. I've always called him TJ.
Yeah, that's what you're used
But
to.
we can't call you Just.
You should call me Jew. No, don't.
We're gonna pause this really quick. We gotta grab our lighters.
Oh, too far.
Too far.
Too far. Yeah, don't call me Jew.
All right. I call Lucas Lukey, Pookie.
Spooky.
Every once in a
Dookie.
while, I call him up, say what's up, fuckhead. You know.
Well, that's not nice.
It's a term of endearment. Hello.
Do you guys have any nicknames growing up?
My mom. Yes, and this is fucking embarrassing to say. It actually every once in a while my mom still calls me it mush face.
Mush face.
Because
Okay,
I would every time if I get pissed off and
Yeah.
whatever mush face. Yeah.
I I
Me and
only
my
ever had one person give me like an act. Well, two, because Pookie was my mom's best friend that would call me that. And the second one,
Bearded Thunder.
it was a lady that I worked with, and God, she was awesome. She was like my work mom. Like she was fantastic, and she was hilarious.
Well, I bet she was.
One of the nicest people I've ever known, and she would always call me Shorty.
Shorty.
Shorty, yeah. And from her, I was like, yeah, I'll accept that. If other people had tried to call me that, I would have been like, no.
Like I call Kelly, I call her wife or wifey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call Emma Shorty or Punk.
They don't have a problem with.
Punk face. Yeah.
R.I.P. Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Still
When,
think about her. Every
What about you?
Yeah, I have an embarrassing one too. You've seen the girl
Long
next
dong?
door.
Yeah. No.
The girl next door.
I never saw it. I remember like the
I mean, I've had
previews.
one or two, but
There's a character in there. You know who Paul Dana is? He was the Batman, the Riddler in the Batman, the new one. He was also in There Will Be Blood.
what?
You watched?
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yep.
He was in The Girl Next Door. He had a character named Klitzy, and people thought that I looked like him. So for like a year, people kept calling me Klitzy.
That is horrible.
It was horrible.
That is an awful nickname.
Your friends are assholes.
Why do you think I moved away?
Yeah, I get it. So here's one thing that I've always wanted to kind of talk about. We never have. I don't know which way you have it set up to which one we're going to talk about first.
Do the exorcisms or
So exorcisms. Here's one thing that I think that's really fucked up about exorcisms. Okay, so normally it's depending on the place or where you're at, and they say that they state that if you can become possessed if you have a crisis in faith or your faith is really low and whatever you're having, maybe you're depressed and shit like that, right? But you're a demon, okay? You're sitting in hell, and you're like, I'm gonna pick that fucking person right there, and why? I mean, in pretty much every exorcism movie, most of them they just stay in bed, except for the actual exorcist when she runs down the stairs bent backwards.
a lot of them are tied.
Yeah, but so I watched the Pope's Exorcist last night. Great fucking flick, loved it. But that kid stayed in bed most of the time. So if you got like say a family member who's possessed, just don't go in its room.
Just leave them in there.
Yeah, just fucking. I mean, be like put a big sign up says do not enter.
A stupid question. Like, is there like science behind this? Do people actually believe this fucking exorcism shit?
Yeah,
Like,
people do believe it.
But it's the
is
ones
there
that
evidence behind any of it, or
it's about the same kind of evidence as there is in Christianity. No, seriously, because so
it's all faith.
in order to believe that person is possessed by a demon, you have to believe that there's a God somehow.
Yeah.
You have to have some sort of faith,
right?
Religion, and there's so the reason why they call it evidence is because they can't figure out. There's no psychological evidence of what's going on with the person. They don't have any medical fucking reason why this person's doing whatever. But in some of them, like they have like the person could be say it's fucking Roger from down the street, right? And all of a sudden, Roger, who's never left Fargo and has not studied any other language or whatever, but all of a sudden he can speak Latin.
Yeah. How do you explain that? What is that then?
That's
Is it schizophrenia? Is it?
I think
schizophrenic.
If I had to guess, I would say it's just I would say that he's probably just speaking nonsense, and then the people hearing it are like, "Oh my god, he's fucking speaking Latin or something."
No, because the people if there was an exorcist like a priest who came to perform the exorcism that knows fucking Latin says he's speaking Latin.
Yeah. How do you if this is even actually true? How do you explain that if that's true? That somebody that doesn't know how to speak Latin all of a sudden speaks.
Here's my feelings on the whole thing. I believe that there might be something maybe invading that person's body and soul or whatever and taking over its mind. But you know how we've talked in the past about, you know, different types of like you know, maybe the fucking what we're living in might be a fucking a simulation or this and that. Maybe the aliens that are upstairs fucking playing the game accidentally loaded into the wrong fucking body, you know?
That'll happen.
That'll happen. Right. And then there's some supernatural part to it all, like apparently some of them that have been possessed, like, contain the strength of like 10 men, and they're floating and they're doing this and doing that.
Head spins in a 360.
Right.
See, for like the floating stuff and stuff like that, I'm sorry, like I'm gonna need to see it before I take your word for it.
Right. And I mean, and
Get
apparently,
it on video.
Apparently, there are some videos of it.
Go on
but,
YouTube and look at.
Yeah, see what you can find. But okay, so you got the original Exorcist. You know, like when she's puking out the split pea soup. That's pretty fucking gross.
My favorite Exorcist movie is The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
That is a pretty good one.
Never seen that either.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, it is. But like I said, you got to watch the new one, the Pope's Exorcist, because actually this demon. So apparently each demon there's levels to them, and this like actual demon was, what do you want to call it? Was the devil. Actually was the devil, and he would each demon has so much strength, and there was like one where he would what do you want to call it, he could possess more than one person at a time. It was
crazy shit.
But in this movie, so what they did was they based it on a case, and I don't know if the case is true, but I know the priest was real. But what they did is that they the people that moved into this new house, that this house was an abbey in Italy, and there was, I don't know how to explain it. It was like a castle, but the thing in the basement, like in their basement of this house or whatever, there was of this castle was like a tomb, and it was sealed and shit, and it was one of the 200 places on Earth where fallen angels, when God casted out Satan and the rebelling angels, is one of those places where one of those angels or Satan himself had fallen.
Yeah, you were saying that earlier.
Right.
Wild stuff.
Wild shit. And it was I love that movie. It was really good.
You know what?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think I'm gonna put it out there right now. Look, if demonic possession is real, come get me. Come get me, bitches.
You don't want to be.
Come get me right now.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna throw this out there right now. If you end up possessed by next week, me and Justin are gonna show up, and all we're gonna do is shut your door in your bedroom, and we're gonna we'll go sit.
We'll see you next week.
We're gonna go sit in the living room, maybe, and watch.
No, hang out.
Hey, you can have his PS5. You can finally get one now.
Yeah, I won't need it at that point.
Door will be shut, so you won't be able to leave your bedroom.
I mean, if this all is true, that would be the worst thing possible.
Stealing his PS5?
No, being possessed by the devil
and losing your PS5 because of it.
That's
right.
Yeah.
But now, and apparently there, so this part I don't know is true, but apparently you might be able to be possessed by like poltergeists and ghosts and shit.
How come nobody gets possessed by like a good angel?
Right?
Why? Maybe because a good angel wouldn't do something like that. I don't know.
Hey, if they can, come possess me. Okay?
So now you're gonna have a fucking fight for your soul in your bedroom.
You're gonna have a devil and an angel, just like
your conscience.
Demons, hold off a little bit. Let an angel come possess me first. Maybe he can do something to improve my life.
Yeah.
Like maybe he can give me a good
bigger dick.
Yeah.
That or just like the ability to converse with a random person.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe it does exist. You just
I mean,
don't
you're
know.
having an actual conversation right now.
Yeah, but I mean like a stranger. Like I can't unless I'm drunk. I cannot talk to even you guys right now. If I wasn't drunk, I would just be like,
Wouldn't,
okay.
We don't want to talk to you anymore anyway. I'm
Yeah.
tired of this shit.
You can just get out.
Yeah, it's raining like a motherfucker. You know what? Maybe
Go
this
back to Alabama there, Luke.
So what are you seeing as far as videos on YouTube?
I don't know. I just pulled up one. I mean, this isn't good radio, but, you know, what the hell is this chick's deal?
She's possessed by, well, she's a psycho probably.
Maybe she's
Yeah.
just, like, pregnant.
That's honestly like my opinion on not the pregnant thing, like, but my opinion on most of these people that you see videos of who are possessed. I just think they're fucking crazy. Like they're going through a manic episode or something.
So even in that movie last night, so this guy, he was an honest to God person, right? And he said that like 95 or 98% of the time, or 99.9995%, whatever it was, of people that are possessed, it's a psychological breakdown or whatever. And so at the beginning of the movie, he goes in there and he's trying to take care of this person, blah blah blah, and in order to get him, you know, unpossessed or whatever, to expel the fucking devil or demon, what he did was that he had turned around and told him that he could fucking, hey devil, hey Satan, if you're real, you think you're all tough, and why don't you go ahead and why are you possessing him? Why don't you possess this pig, right? And so all of a sudden, this dude starts freaking out.
Don't talk about Justin's mom like that.
She's not a pig. She's a wonderful lady.
Got him.
Anyway, and so in the movie, like the pig's just kind of sitting there and he kind of freaking out a little bit, but the dude's freaking out. And then all of a sudden, the pig is possessed and they shoot the pig, right? And all of a sudden, the dude's fine. Really? And even the guy, even the priest said, it wasn't fucking, he wasn't possessed. He was having a psychotic break.
I do appreciate them like at least mentioning that in the show, like that. Most of it would be a psychotic episode,
Right, it's a psychotic episode or some sort of medical issue where he.
Yes. Another stat I want to see is if these exorcisms actually work. Do they get cured after whatever the shit they fucking do?
Well,
the holy water in the Bible, and I mean,
and the priests,
are there results, positive results after they do this?
So they apparently they have so long, depending on the strength of the demon, that they have so long to exorcise the demon before it actually, because all it's doing is it's sucking the life force and literally killing the person. So like they if it happens, if they're doing this shit for so long and the guy dies or the person dies, you know.
No.
The one thing that I know about demons is that they are like rabidly anti-gay. And so I know
they'll fuck you right in the ass.
And so no, but that's where I'm getting to, is the priests will take it as an opportunity, like, oh, this little girl is possessed, I'm gonna fuck this demon in the ass now.
I'm gonna fuck this demon out of her.
Exactly. And so that's
Good
what
strategy.
So that demon sitting there, he was like, hey!
and the demon takes off.
What the hell's in my ass?
Demons are homophobic, huh?
They are. They're very homophobic.
You know what? I can see that. I can see demons being homophobic.
They don't like to be pegged.
That's something they have in common with the Catholics, then.
No, Catholics aren't homophobic. They like little boys. So
They profess to be anti-gay and homophobic, but
there you go.
In practice, they're very
Pro-homophobic?
pro-homo. Like I don't know.
Pro-homo.
Yeah, I don't know what is there like a word for it? Like they're gay.
Pro-homo.
They're gay.
Yeah. Well,
That's why.
I mean, if they're enjoying the ass fucking, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be a good skit idea.
They're rapers. That's what I'm trying to
The
say.
rapers, yeah.
Definitely rapers. Jasper Swallows, the politician, be like, I am pro homo.
If your name is Jasper Swallows,
hey,
you're
hey, Jasper Swallows.
Jasper Swallows.
He was
Just my character that just contradicts everything he says.
Yeah.
Don't get an abortion, unless you have to.
yeah. Don't. Hey, you're gonna be full of Satan, but unless it's my kid, then go right ahead. It's okay.
You can get an abortion, but don't kill that baby.
So, is there a list of like the most famous possessions or exorcisms or?
I have like a list of exorcisms that claim to have happened. Not like the top 10 exorcists.
Because the Vatican actually has like records of what they consider an actual possession. And
it's crazy that they'll let us see those, but they won't let us see the records of all the priests that have assaulted young boys and girls.
Yeah.
So I guess like I'll just read this paragraph. Based off the Exorcist, the movie, I guess it's based off a true story. It says, most people may not know what it's actually like to be an exorcist. Exorcism came to everyone's attention with the release of The Exorcist, which is based off the book by blah, blah, blah. The author drew from real-life exorcism of Roland Doe. Ever heard of him?
Roland Doe? That sounds
Roland
like a drug dealer.
Yeah. But exorcism has been virtually part of every religion throughout recorded history. Every religion, not just Christianity.
The only thing I know about... Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Ancient Babylonian priests performed exorcisms via voodoo-like rites. Ancient Persians were saved from demonic possessions via holy water. And the Bible recounts many times when Jesus Christ cast out demons from people believed to be possessed. These are the spookiest ghost stories from each state. So I guess it didn't explain that. But I didn't know Jesus would fucking do exorcisms.
Well, but you know what? I read the Bible a couple of times, and I don't recall it either. But that doesn't mean it happened because I can hardly fucking remember what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
So let's be honest here. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, if there are stories of him doing it, then I'm gonna call this bullshit.
Yeah.
For one reason, because Jesus was a carpenter. It's not like he sat around. He was like, he grabbed his fucking hammer and his fucking sander and be like, "Be gone, Satan." The person, if you believe the Bible and everything, the person that beat this devil wasn't Jesus. It was Saint Michael. It was Michael the fucking archangel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who fucking whooped his ass and sent him down after God casted him out.
The only exorcism that I know anything about is the one from Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Shut the.
It was just like early in the movie, I think, when... Remember when he does the sliding glass door thing? He's like, oh! And then he like basically tells all the cops what happened, and then he's like, I have exorcised the demons.
Yep.
It's the only one I know.
Or there's that, there's how the Wayans brothers do all their spoofs.
Yeah.
And I think they actually did a exorcism during one of their paranormal. No.
Yeah, it was in one of the scary... was it Scary Movie? Or
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
No! It was when Lope Dog was banging that chick from...
Isn't South... don't drink your juice.
Don't do a menace.
Yeah.
Don't be a
Yeah,
menace
don't
to
be a menace.
South. Yeah. And he's banging the chick in the back of his mail truck. And she becomes all fucking... But in one of the paranormal activity spoofs that they did, he ends up getting humped in the butt by a fucking demon. So maybe demons are homos. Para-homos.
I mean, if you were a demon and you were going to inflict like the worst thing on somebody, that's probably a go-to move.
Yeah.
I mean,
depending on who are you trying to possess?
Yeah, like if you're going after like Elton John, of course, then you're not going to do that.
How do they get in?
How do they get what?
Good question.
How do they get in? Do they just kind of walk, just like you're, and just walk through and all of a sudden, bam, possess? Or do they have to do they go through the butthole? Do they go through your fucking ear? Do they go through mouth and nostrils?
I wonder why they pick the victims that they do.
Yeah, why the fuck are you
why not Lucas and some...
Instead of Roger down the street?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you pick like the president of the United States or Vladimir Putin and then do some crazy fucked up shit.
Right. Well, yeah.
They're like, at worst, they're little, like, harmless pranksters. Because they could be doing so much work. Yeah.
Gotcha.
God, reading some of through these are kind of fucked up.
Well, there was... Well,
I'll read you one more.
All right.
This just happened in 2005. Romanian nun Maricana was 23 when she began hearing voices. She thought it was the devil talking to her. Although she was treated for schizophrenia, she relapsed and then was subjected to an exorcism. Bound to a cross, gagged with a towel, left in the dark and a dank convent room for 3 days without food and water, she died of suffocation and dehydration.
Yeah.
That's just...
And I think there's actually a movie out about that one.
That's one of the problems with when they actually do try to do like exorcisms is they just it's basically torture.
Well, what does the church think is gonna when you're fucking okay? I'm gonna nail him to. I'm gonna like happened to Jesus. We're gonna fucking put him on a cross and get crucified, and we're not gonna feed him, and we're just gonna jam a fucking
Yeah.
So
and then they're like, she died. How could we have seen this coming?
Well, that brings me to one more story.
They do say though, in order to exorcise a demon, you have to find a demon's name out. You have to find that, and like if you don't know the demon's name, because it won't tell you, but they lie and they do this, blah blah blah, and so when you actually find out the name is, then it's gonna be you'll be able to fucking get it out of whatever.
So like the beginning of an exorcism is like 2 days of a priest like reading through a book of names. Like Charles?
So this is gonna be like an interview. And your name is?
Is your name Charles?
Okay. What's the last name? I do need your social security number.
Frank?
First name, last name,
Okay.
please.
Address. And
Phone number.
Before you possessed her, did you possess anybody else? I need to know what kind of fucking.
Before we proceed with the exorcism, I'm going to need you to initial here, and sign here, please.
Email's not required.
What kind of experience do you have to be possessing this nun?
Yeah, could you tell me a previous possession experience?
Right. If I say the words, Jesus help me, does it hurt? No. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
What would you say your weaknesses are? Well, I can't make him swear. I can't make him speak Latin.
I'm going to need 3 previous possessee references.
Right. Can you imagine having to be the guy that, hey, Rodrigo. Yeah. I got fucking Azrael over here. Said that he possessed you like fucking 3 months ago.
Oh yeah, he was a great demon.
Great.
Okay, so did it hurt?
Yeah.
Where did he come in? Where did he come in at? Oh, he did come in through your ass. You said you were fucking straight, dude.
That's what we expect. That's what we.
Oh yeah, he said he was straight, Rodrigo. So,
You're hired. You like what we see, you're hired.
You start Monday early. Bring donuts.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'll
let's
bring
hear
the
this one.
cross and holy water, and we'll get started early.
Early Monday morning.
Yeah, 8 a.m. Monday morning.
Right.
Serious question. Where does holy water, like, is it just regular water? Do they claim it being something else?
As far as I know, it's regular water, but it's got to be blessed by, I think, the Pope, or it's got to be blessed by somebody.
And because of like the way that they use it, it's way more like bacterial infested than actual regular water, because they like stick their hands in it and like all that, and it just sits there and
then he rubs the fucking forehead and shit.
And dips his balls in there.
Yeah, fucking teabags him.
Well, I mean, you gotta.
Well, hey, there's an altar boy over there. I gotta clean these balls up for that.
Blessing my child.
And if you walked up to like a bird feeder or something that had holy water in it, you're gonna dunk your balls.
You have to.
Well,
yeah. I mean,
have to.
That's a given.
Right. Yeah. All right. So what's this one you got here?
In 2010, a gal named Christy Bamu on Christmas Day. Well,
no bigger.
I guess he's a
15-year-old
boy, Christy Bamu, was beaten and drowned in a bathtub in London by his sister and her friend in an attempt to exorcise evil spirits from the boy.
I exorcised the demon.
Originally from the Congo, the pair tortured the boy with knives, sticks, metal bars, a hammer, a chisel, and until he begged to die. The pair were later convicted of the boy's murder.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was a demon.
We exorcised the demon.
It's not my fault he chose to drown after we killed the demon.
Yeah, you're not supposed to breathe underwater, dude.
If I ever murder somebody, it's gonna be. This is gonna be
Exorcism.
my alibi. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to fucking give him an exorcism.
Freedom of religion, you know?
Yeah, that's right. It's in the Constitution.
You shot him. The devil said I could try.
Yeah.
Said
How
he was
else do you
allergic to
kill a
lead.
demon?
Yeah.
How else do you kill a demon?
Yeah. Sorry, those bullets were baptized.
Exactly.
$1 million idea.
Baptized
bullets.
Yep. Holy.
Nobody has ever
fuck.
thought of that.
Drunkest person in the world presents.
We can
baptized
go,
bullets.
We can go premium with this too, and we can do baptized silver bullets for the demon infested werewolf.
Holy fuck. And vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Jesus. We're going to make tens of dollars off this
Look up
shit.
Shields and all the sporting goods.
Yep.
I don't know what you'd call it.
I just told you.
Bullets. Like,
Drunks versus the World presents baptized bullets.
Yeah.
We bring them down to the south. You know, where the good old boys, you know? We're not the racist guys, because there's no racism in the south of United States.
yeah.
Just bring it
No
down.
history of that.
No, not at all. And we just sell it to them because they're all about blowing shit up and making sure that they ain't doing it for Jesus.
One of these baptized bullets.
Yeah.
Some BB.
You're looking for like Red Rider ammo, or you're looking for the baptized bullets?
Baptized bullets.
What? The what, sir?
Yeah. See,
You have to think of
another $1 million idea that's going to go on Drunks versus the World's, what's a fucking QVC channel?
Yeah. Baptized bullets.
Baptized bullets. How about another thing I really wanted to hear about and talk about that we don't talk enough about, because I think we should talk about at least once a day.
Okay.
Cannibalism.
Oh yeah.
we should. Yeah. Nobody. Yeah, we should be talking more about
I
cannibalism.
mean, we just talked about, man, we just want to talk about. So, which part of the person is going to taste the best? I heard it's the butt cheeks.
I feel like the thigh would
I was going
probably
to say
be,
the thigh.
I heard it's the butt cheeks.
The butt is just all fat. Like,
Well, I mean, there's muscles. There's a lot of muscle in it.
You got to go a little deeper to get the.
How do you know?
Look,
I mean,
I've eaten my
Yes.
fair share of ass in my day. Okay.
See, eating ass, or do you call it eating ass or calling eating thighs?
personally
I feel like the
speaking,
thigh.
it's the bicep.
It's the.
baby.
Well,
I mean, I
you
like
gotta
a-
buy some first.
I like a leaner meat. That's why.
I thought you said wiener meat.
No, not wiener meat. Leaner.
meat.
That's why I would gravitate towards the bicep or the thigh,
He enjoys the cock.
or a calf if he's got nice calves.
Good calf. Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
that called? We just looked this up. That would be considered veal.
yeah, it is calf meat.
Yeah.
So, again, now you're sitting there, you're cruising somewhere with a bunch of your buddies, and there's no fucking. You're stuck somewhere, and you are like thousands of miles from the nearest fucking whatever. Technically, a lot of these places, well, except for maybe two, we're probably within 20 miles of certain, like a settlement of some sort. But anyway, how do you? Okay, so you have 4 buddies who died first, right? Out of like say 25 of you had 4 buddies. You have 21 left. Who do you figure you're going to eat first? I mean, how do you make that decision?
It depends on
decision.
one, how long ago did they die? 'Cause-
No, they all died at once, same
okay,
time.
same time.
Yeah.
But how long ago was that? Because
They all died. They all died like fucking like 3 days beforehand, and it's in the snow, like alive.
So it's good. So yeah, all right. So it's not their meat's not spoiling.
Right. It's like going into a fucking freezer. Yeah.
I mean, you're probably gonna go with the bigger one first, right? Like
Bigger is better.
I don't know.
Now you've seen Alive?
Or what?
Have you seen that movie Alive?
No.
About the fucking Southern American soccer team who crashed in the Andes,
Yeah.
I think it was.
It's based on a true story.
Yeah.
Like,
They literally ate like fucking 8 dudes.
I remember I remember a scene from the movie where they were like
They
literally
cut him into his butthole.
yeah,
Or into his
cutting
butt.
into his butt with like a shard of glass or
Yeah.
something. Like it was
And so,
that movie haunted me for a while.
yeah. So you're sitting there with your buddies. I mean, you figure, hey, I'm gonna eat. Fucking, we're gonna eat.
I was
Kevin
just
over
gonna say,
here.
I don't think, no matter how desperate I am, I just don't think I
Really?
could.
Dude, if we were like on our way to what's that camp place, Silver Lake?
Yeah.
If we were on our way there and we got a flat tire, I would kill and eat you guys within minutes. Within minutes.
Dude, you can
Okay.
walk to a gas station in like an hour.
Yeah, I don't even care if we blew the tire in town.
Why?
You guys are dead.
Why? What's the point?
Dude, the mall's a fucking.
Are you
3 blocks
really wanna
away,
live
dude.
that bad?
Flat tire, I'm in survival mode, okay?
How about-
you guys are toast.
What if we turn around and say, "Don't have to eat us. I can change the tire."
You're gonna have to be quick. Because I'm sharpening my blade.
He's got a bottle of ranch in his pocket and shit.
Fucking sriracha.
You're like,
Dude, where'd you get the hot dog bun and where are you gonna? Oh,
like, Jason, you get the tire iron. Justin, you get the spare. I'll be over here. You get Tony's knife.
Why are you sharpening your knife?
Like,
well, you need this to fix the tire, right? No, but whatever, dude. I guess
Building a fire to the side.
Dude, we're right outside of Sears. Leave us alone.
slit your throat and just start.
I'm like peppering you guys as you're doing the changing the tire.
what the fuck are you doing?
So, but I mean, seriously, I mean, there's people did it to survive.
I would to survive. If you're in that situation, the desperation,
Yes,
you will do anything.
because you had that, and what was the ones that were heading to California, the Donner Party
Oh, yeah.
in the Rockies, and then they fucking
Got lost and
they
got snowed and
they were heading there, and they were like, okay, we could go this way, it'll be quicker, but it could be more dangerous. Oh, it's gonna be quicker, let's go that way. So they went through this. There's actually a place called the Donner Pass, and I believe it's I'm not sure if it's in Colorado.
yeah, I have no idea.
Anyway, so they were good, and they got stuck because they could not. There was too much fucking snow for them to get over. And next thing you know, they started fucking
well, and
looking at a guy like he was a side of fucking ribs.
this is it's a little known fact that like the history is not quite right on it, because they would have known what they were getting into, because it wasn't the Donner Party, it was actually the Dahmer Party. So like they should have seen it coming.
Yeah. That's
But
your fault.
it would have been Lucas there. It would have been the Donger Party.
Donger Party.
Is this the Donger Party?
I get the biggest dong.
Raise your dongers. Let's go.
Well, yeah, and so there's quite a few actual like I shouldn't say present day, but cannibals that
Yeah, there's still like
live amongst
tribes.
us.
There are still tribes that
there's a
that
tribe
practice
in
it.
Do any exist in America, do you think?
Not in America.
no, well, but I'm sure that there's actual
There's
like
probably-
serial killers
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a tribe in India that they practice cannibalism, and the reason is, and this fucking tribe is disgusting. They believe they're so religious about like God and whatever, that they believe that the most holiest of holy is your body, right? So to the point to where I seen this fucking video where they're like eating people. They got fucking like human skulls hanging from their like G chain, and literally they're eating their own shit. Like these guys are sitting there, and this guy's shitting. He's kind of like squatting down, and these guys are just hanging out, talking. Probably talking fucking cricket or something. and the guy shitting. So he just reaches down, grabs a fucking handful, eats it right from him.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's gross.
So
I was just thinking we should start a union for cannibals.
Yeah.
Like,
Cannibals
we
are
should- we
people
could make
too.
some money off this.
yeah, they are people.
Yeah.
They are people.
They are people.
Yeah.
There's
They're more people than we are, actually, when you think
Wow.
about it, because they're eating people.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you know.
maybe they're more
They're-
human than I am.
More
More human than human. Yeah.
More
yeah.
human than human.
Rob Zombie said it.
Yeah. More human than human.
There's a tribe. They're called the Senegalese.
Yes.
It's off like the coast of Australia.
You can't even. You're not even allowed to go to their
Yeah.
fucking island.
You get anywhere near the island, they start shooting at you with bow and arrows. Like, and there was,
Of Australia?
yep,
Yeah.
and there was it was probably like 15 years ago now. There was a guy. He was like a
Reporter.
hard. No, this was a Christian
Oh
missionary.
yeah.
And he was like, I'm gonna go spread the word of God to these guys. And the people that gave him a ride on there, they were like,
Don't do this shit.
no, don't get off, don't go to the island, like they would
Right.
kill you.
Right.
And he's like, no, I'm gonna bring the word of God to them. And so he like gets into like a little raft and goes to shore, and yeah, they fucking killed and ate him.
Of course.
Yeah. At first he was like, "Oh, here I am," blah blah blah, and they were like, then they started shooting
Yeah.
fucking arrows at him, killed him, drug him into the
Into the fucking
Yeah.
jungle
forest
or
and
forest,
jungle and
But-
fucking.
But yeah, it is illegal to go there. Like you're not supposed to go anywhere near the island.
It's
They're,
like-
they're a protected.
They're like the most. What are they? The contact from the outside world is like nil compared to like anywhere else.
Yeah, there's a lot
What are they
of
called again?
the Senegalese. I think no Sentinelese. Sentinelese.
No, I think you're right.
Senegal
Oh.
is a country in Africa.
Right.
Sentinelese.
There's a movie on Netflix, and I believe it's called The Green Fury. And what it's about, it's about. I believe that's what it's called. I may be wrong, but what it's about is that these group of kids, they're environmentalists, and they go to South America, and they're there to try to help stop removing the rainforest
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Well, they ended up getting fucking attacked and kidnapped by this fucking group of natives, and literally you see them like when they first get attacked, they fucking start yanking fucking body parts off and chewing on them, and it's fucking gory and it's fucked up. And then towards the end of the movie, they turn around and find out that
It's all a prank.
no, actually, it wasn't a prank. But what it is
It's
some
just
of
an
the
episode of a practical joke.
some of the people, I believe how it went is that they were allowed to go and study these people as long as they fucking went and got them groceries, brought other people over. And here you go.
Yeah, like most relatively uncontacted tribes in the world are okay. Like they'll accept like camera crews and visitors and stuff, but the Sentinelese are like, nope.
Leave us
We
the fuck-
we see anybody, you're fucking dying.
Yeah, they had there was a fucking boat that was like not a regular boat, like a ship that was parked like a mile off the fucking island. And these motherfuckers started showing up, and they went in their little boats and canoes and started
Canoes,
going
yeah.
out there, started throwing fucking shit at them and arrows. There was a helicopter showed up, and they
precious.
hovered like
Very
fucking
precious.
40 feet ahead. They started shooting arrows at them and shit. They were like, leave us the fuck alone,
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
There's something kind of cool about that though, like that there are people that still live that way. Like,
Yeah.
Right,
I respect that.
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I just why do you need to feel that, like, especially, and I know this goes back to what we were talking about, it always ends up part of this is, why do fucking Christians or whoever feel they need to fucking go and mess with, they need to learn the way of God? The fuck they do.
And-
They're not hurting anybody.
Yeah, and part of Christianity is it's called like it's, at least for young kids, it's age of innocence.
Right.
So like if a kid dies when he's like 2 years old, he goes to heaven because he wasn't old enough to like
He was innocent.
learn. Yeah, he wasn't old enough to learn about God and
Yeah.
make his choice. By going to these tribes and informing them of God, you are now like putting this choice on them where, at least in their view, where they either have to believe or they're going to go to hell. If you hadn't gone there, they, by your own religion, they would have gone to heaven
a
because
good
they had
point,
not
yeah.
heard about it.
Yeah.
So
So they were just ignorant
fucked
of
up,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
you guys remember that movie Black Hawk Down?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Never saw it. But
So there was, I don't know if it's true, but apparently some of those the people that were in that city that went and fucking were killing. It was back and forth.
This was like in
Back in 01
Rwanda
with the Iraq War,
right?
Afghanistan. Or no, maybe not.
It wasn't Rwanda.
I think it was in
before that.
Africa.
It was
somewhere.
Africa.
like
but-
Somalia. Or,
Yes, it was Somalia.
It was
Was
Somalia.
it during the Gulf
It
War?
was like 90 fucking
Was it the
4 or
Gulf
something
War?
like that. I don't remember.
It would be around the time,
Right.
But
So apparently, like one of the choppers that went down, some of those guys were like that were killed. They were drug out apparently, and they were fucking cannibalized almost on the spot.
Jesus.
Like they were torn to fucking parts, and they, just to. And these people did it just to prove a fucking point. Be like,
Yeah.
you mess with us, we're gonna fucking eat you. Yeah. How do you?
I couldn't imagine. Just being a POW in general.
Right.
That's
It's just
one thing. Like when he was alive, I hated John McCain, but I give him all the credit in the world. The fact that
Jesus
he was like a
Christ.
POW in Vietnam, right?
He survived. Yeah,
And-
he went down.
And
Yeah.
he refused to be released as long as there was other captives
Yeah.
there. Because
Oh,
there
really?
was he could have been released in like a prisoner trade or something, and he was like, no.
Yeah.
I will not go while there's other people here.
Yeah,
So
he decided against it.
that's fucking man mode right there.
So then now you got these serial killers who believe in fucking, not believe in, but they look at Jeffrey Dahmer.
He's number one on this list. Top cannibals.
Yeah, well,
He's my favorite cannibal.
I don't know if he.
He's
Hey,
the most
he just
famous
wanted that
one.
guy to watch TV with him. All right.
Yeah, he just wanted to take some pictures.
Take some pictures. Right now, Lenny is barking.
Yeah.
He doesn't know why, but he's barking.
For our listeners, when that the Netflix series came out,
Yeah.
I was talking like him for like the whole week when I was watching it to Lenny. Just saying like, I want to take some pictures. You want to go party hurdy? Just talking like that for a whole week. So now every time I talk like that, my dog like,
Gets all pissed off.
He gets all pissed
Yeah,
off.
because he's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna eat you."
Yeah, right. Don't
They
talk
will
like
do that too. Like if you die, like
Your cat will eat you before your dog will.
yeah, but the dog will too. The
That's
dog will
fucked up
too.
I think.
Yeah. But that's not cannibalism. That's
No, it's
They're just hungry.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you haven't given us Alpo for a while.
That's
I mean, I
fucked
get
up,
it.
though. Like, do you think you think Lenny would do that to me?
Oh, fuck yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah. He doesn't even like you.
Okay, but let's say a dog does love their owner.
I don't know. There's also,
Sorry,
there's states that say
pants are ripped.
Oh, they are. Yeah.
there's things that state that that a dog will actually die because it misses its human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a saying about dogs, and it's one of my favorite sayings, and it's just
Yeah.
the saying is be the person your dog thinks you are.
Yeah, that's
Right,
good.
Because
saying.
dogs, man, you get home, you could be gone for 10 minutes, and you get home, and the dog is
Yeah,
through the roof.
Again, some dogs are cannibalistic. They'll eat their puppies.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
I
heard it tastes pretty good.
It's part of nature.
Throw a little barbecue
Yeah.
sauce. I can see it.
Fuck.
Yeah, some sweet baby rays.
Sweet baby
That's-
rays.
Look, fresh puppies, that's tender
Yeah.
meat.
Oh,
That is-
definitely. Especially when they're, fresh
Right
out
at
of
8
the
weeks.
Yeah.
fresh out of the birth canal. I'm down for that.
You're just sitting right at the end, and it's just right into your mouth. Just
Well, not really that far. I mean, I'm sitting there waiting. Right when it's starting to slide out, I got a skewer for like a fuck are those things called? Shish kebab.
Shish kebab.
I'll throw that motherfucker right on the grill, eat it up.
Oh my
About
god.
20 minutes later.
I'm not gonna say what it is.
Who else we got on this list with fucking Dahmer?
Yeah, we're watching SummerSlam here.
yeah,
right
it is
now, by the
SummerSlam.
way.
It's
a big deal.
2023 SummerSlam.
It's not a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
biggest deal.
WrestleMania is a big deal.
Yeah.
This is probably the third biggest pay per view WWE has.
What would?
Yeah.
Number 2
Oh,
is
Royal Rumble. Yeah.
I would say
Anyways.
this is number 3.
Yep.
Some guy named Nikolai. I won't even pronounce his
He's a
last name.
Russian.
He's Russian.
Yeah, that crazy fucker.
Confessed to the murder of 10 people, though authorities assume they were most likely more victims. There were more victims. He
Right.
claimed he wanted to rid the world of prostitutes and would attack women, drink their blood, then eat their remains. While drunk, He shot a coworker and was apprehended, only to escape from custody twice. The second time, he was on the run for 3 years. He was eventually apprehended, committed to a mental institution. The cannibals doctors claimed he was cured in 2005.
Right.
However, just before Christmas of 2015, he supposedly escaped the facility again. Officials refused to confirm whether he was at the mental facility or if he arrived there in the first place. Keep your eyes peeled. ...
dot, dot, dot. Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's just funny. You look at all these people, they look crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
they look like they would fucking eat you.
look at that guy.
That's a dude from, I think, China. No, he's
I need to see it. I can't see it.
He's Asian.
Oh, that's
descent.
a cannibal. Oh my god,
I mean,
that's a cannibal.
they all look like cannibals.
Oh my god, this just reminded me. There was. Oh, this must have been back in the early 2000s. There was a guy that put out an ad on not an ad like on Craigslist. It was on.
I heard about
like
this.
some
Just like classified.
But this was a website that only the most deviant of people would go on. And he put out an ad.
The dark web.
The dark web.
Yeah, it was the dark web before the dark web. But he put out an ad asking or requesting for someone that would volunteer to be killed and eaten.
Wow.
I remember about this.
And somebody actually responded to it and wanted to be killed and eaten. And so he literally went to the guy's house. So like had dinner. Yep. And then
did they watch like the fucking Andy Griffith show?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
what
don't
did
know.
they talk about during that dinner?
hey, I don't want you to eat that. You're a little fatty with that, you know.
But then like afterwards the guy like got in the bathtub and let the dude cut his throat and shit,
my
and
God.
he fucking cooked him and ate him, and then he eventually was tried and convicted for his murder. But like, holy,
Assisted suicide. Come on.
yeah,
Come on.
Assisted cannibalism.
That too.
That's what that is.
You know, the world's most famous cannibal of all time is Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah. Legend.
Especially when he
Goat.
fucking...
Goat cannibal.
However he did that. But...
some fava beans and a bottle of Chianti.
Clarice.
Hello, Clarice.
Hello, Clarice.
Or when he had that dude's fucking skull ripped off and he like was slowly grabbing some of his brain.
Yeah.
And the guy was alive and he's like, hey.
Serving him for dinner at the...
Hey, how you doing? You know?
Yeah.
First off, you should
welcome to
never,
dinner.
if you ever find yourself in a position where you need to cannibalize somebody, do not eat the brain. Because
Yes.
they're called prions in the brains, and if you get like if you eat one and then like if the prion is just wrong and like just a tiny little way, you're dead. There's literally no cure for a prion disease.
Really?
So never. And same with don't eat pig brains. Don't honestly don't eat brains. Period.
But what if you get, the brain?
Well, that brain, you should
balls get
fucking,
bigger.
yeah, you should
Just
eat
like
that.
some of
You should,
those early cannibals, they eat the heart and they think that gives them... you know,
See, again, that's a belief from like,
but like
Right.
scientifically, man, you get a prion disease and you're dead. Like, there's nothing that you can do.
Yeah.
It like replicates and fucks up everything, and you're done.
That's why I don't eat brains, kids.
Don't eat brains.
That's zombies. They live. Come on now.
Yeah.
They live. Come on.
That's
We're seeing some little chink in your armor on
but
that
zombies
one. There,
are they're undead, so it doesn't things.
which means they're alive.
No, that's different. it's different. It's a technical distinction, but it matters. It matters.
I just don't. I don't get. Me and you and Justin are sitting here and we're shooting the shit, watching fucking SummerSlam, recording our podcast,
and we're basting Gary over here,
right?
For later
What are you doing over there, G-Dog?
But I mean, I have no want to eat either one of you guys.
No.
Well, you can't say that because you told us that you'd eat us if we fucking ran out of gas walking the...
Are you out of gas? Are you out of gas? Is your tire flat?
Flat tire?
We don't know what you're going to do if we give you a ride somewhere.
I'm just saying, in an emergency, you guys are going first.
It's not an emergency if
You
we're
guys are
literally a block and a half away from a gas station.
I need food. No.
I'm just saying.
I will grab you a fucking pizza slice from the gas station on our way back.
I have a very strong fight or flight response. Okay.
Yes.
So you guys are fucked. Okay.
Right. Who else we got on that fucking list? There was that Chinese dude or whatever the
You
fuck.
want to read about the Chinese guy?
Yeah. Well, the Asian American,
guy.
whatever.
With those glasses.
Those sunglasses.
Fucking glasses. It's like a lady from the 60s.
Well, it's not even that. It seems like every fucking cannibal wears those other than, I mean, if you're in a jungle, you know.
Yeah. You know what? Now that I think about it, when I just got these glasses a couple months ago, there was a cannibal section, and it was all.
There's got to be a science behind cannibalism and astigmatism.
All right, let's hear about
Chinese guy, I won't pronounce his name, at barely 5 feet tall.
Weird.
Sagawa said he chose his classmate, the 5'10", 25-year-old Renee whatever, as his victim for her beauty and health. He lured her into his apartment, shot her, and over the course of a couple of days, cannibalized her body. When he tried to discard her remains, the Bois de Blanc Lake in Paris was spotted and arrested. The French government extradited him to Japan, where he was committed to a mental institution.
He was Japanese.
But when the French case closed, he was able to check himself out and horrifyingly has lived free since 1986.
Oh my God.
Since 1986.
I need to contact him and
He
find
has
out how
published-
he got a 5'10" chick home with him.
being
As a 5 foot flat guy? Like, that's impressive.
Listen to this. He has published several books and even worked briefly as a restaurant reviewer, profiting of his famous cannibalism.
What?
However, in an interview with Vice magazine in 2009, he said that being forced to make a living as a known cannibal and murderer was a terrible punishment. What the fuck?
Terrible punishment. Listen,
The
guy got out of fucking jail like 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I don't know what they're doing there. And
So Japan was just like, all right, we know you fucked up. We're going to give you a break.
he was committed to a mental
What was the name of the person that he killed? Does it say?
He chose his classmate, 25-year-old Renee Hartfeld.
Renee? So, like, when he does a restaurant review, is he like 3.5 Renees?
On a scale of 1 Renee to 5 Renees.
This is a 4 Renee meal.
Oh, this is. What does he give him 5 Renees if he finds a Band-Aid in there?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a fucking fingernail or. Sorry, sir. I accidentally dropped. Leave it.
One of the most fucked up things
That's
I've ever
crazy.
seen.
That is fucking
He
crazy.
was able to get out of it.
Jesus Christ. Well, gentlemen, this has been a rather
That's a good-
interesting.
This is a good way to wrap that up.
Yeah, this has been a rather interesting couple of topics we had this week. We are going to be putting this out on our Patreon. That will be launching this coming Wednesday, which will be.
But if they're listening to it on Patreon now, so they already
They can listen to it whenever they want, right? Or,
Now you're ruining it for me.
Because this is so they can only listen if they're on
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that'll be in 4 days.
Yeah.
So it's like the 9th.
You guys are the lucky.
No, this one actually won't go till later. So fuck you guys. We'll talk to you later.
Eat shit.
And Lucas,
I'm not saying it.
You have to
I'm
say it.
retiring the saying.
No, you're not.
No, I feel
fuck you. You're saying it.
I'm
he
not
has cannibalized the saying.
Yep.
Say hi to your mom for me with ranch.